Us. Konbanwa. Konbanwa. Genki desu ka? Hope you're well, hope you're genki desu. I'm going to try a new setup this evening, so I've got two cameras. So I'm watching myself in delay now, which is going to be really weird, so I'll just bow to you. So it's a good delay, unfortunately, so I'm not sure how well this is going to work. But you can give me feedback as to whether it's right. So hopefully you will see it correctly this evening and be able to follow a little bit easier. That's the plan. We'll just wait for a few people to join in. It's 7 o'clock on Tuesday evening. I need to get my hands off my hips, don't I? The delay looks up to me about 15 seconds, maybe for you a bit longer, I don't know. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me, hopefully you can see me. Can somebody say if they can hear? That would be awesome. And just so I know. This evening's lesson is going to be focusing all about connections. Okay, so lots of people know who train with me that this is one of my favourite parts of karate, and making connections with the mind, with the body, with the soul, with the technique, with the partner. Everything connecting, a little bit like Lego. So I'm gonna blatantly waffle on about Lego at some point. Excellent, thank you very much, Ashley. I'm glad you can hear them. That's good. So tonight's lesson will be about an hour, so finishing around 8 o'clock. Thursday's lessons, as you well know by now, finish at 7:45, so that people can respect and show their best wishes and everything for the NHS and our frontline workers still, while we're trying to fight this terrible virus that's going around still. So I'll get ready in a second and get started. I'm going to do a bow this evening, a formal bow to get the lesson started, and still working on the ideas of possibly doing kata. We think we might be able to angle the camera so that I have a bit more room, so I can at least show you elements of kata. Videoing it in the house has not been great, if I'm perfectly honest. We're kind of giving up on that a little bit, but we'll keep trying and coming up with different ideas, etc. So anyway, quick say hello to people, and I'm sorry if my face is ridiculously close to the camera now, but this is the only way I can see the screen. So us Carl, us Andy, us Debbie-san, us Tim, us Andy V, us Ken Sensei, us Carl, us. Good evening Wayne, us Grace. Good evening Sharon Sensei. Good evening Tim Sensei. Good evening Thomas, evening Harry, good evening Isaac, evening Ashley, evening Raoul, Raoul Sensei, hope you're well in Belgium, and I'm not too ugly and close into your face. No delay, obvious, I love that. Not for you maybe, for me there definitely is. Magdalena, good evening. Rob, good evening. Andrew, good evening. Excellent, good evening Jen, hope you're well. Good evening Kayla, good evening Beth. Good evening, and good evening, Bron. Okay, so going to get the lesson going. So we're going to do a formal kneeling bow. You can do this if you've got room in your own dojo, but just give it a go. So remember, whenever we bow in karate, it's always heels together, toes pointing out. Okay, we don't use this stance on musubarachi. Musubarachi, informal attention stance. It's part of the Shizentai stances. We don't use this for anything other than bowing. That's to my knowledge. So we start from this position, so the right foot will come in and we bow. Okay, so when we are going to kneeling, to Caesar, we're just dropping straight down. So we're not stepping back, we're not stepping forwards, so we're just dropping straight down. And then the other knee comes back. You can cross your feet if you wish to, like so, and sit back, or you can have your feet apart like so. I think it's important for yourself to get comfortable. For me, since my knee surgery, I have had to change the way I do Caesar. There was at least 3 years of my life where I couldn't do Caesar at all because of my knee surgery. So now I'm not able to sit on my feet, but you should if you can. But again, we bow and we go down and sit back. Okay, so your hands should be on your thighs. You should be nice and relaxed. And then left hand down and rei, us, and right hand back. Right leg up and step up and rei, us. Okay, the different dojos do it different ways. I've been taught it probably several ways, if I'm perfectly honest. I like this way. This is the way it works for me, works for my dojo, and works for everybody that I train with. So please respect whoever's teaching with you in the way that they do it. So if you do train with other people, important to listen to the senior sensei or senpai and follow their instructions. But again, if you've got injuries and you've got issues with your knees, please be careful. And if you have to be, then a standing bow is what you have to do. I've spent a number of years having to do that myself. Okay, so right. So we're doing a little bit of a warm up. So arms forward, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, ko, ju. And ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, ko, ju. Okay, left arm forward. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Our right arm. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Our left arm back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. And right arm back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Okay, left arm forwards, right arm back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, ko, ju. And the other way. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hach, ko, ju. Okay, arm switching. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ko, ju. Crossing over. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ko, ju. Okay, arms forwards. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ko, ju. Height to the side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ko, ju. And up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shish, hach, ko, ju. Okay, front, side, and up. Hopefully we're improving on this. So, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rog, sich, hach, ko, ju. And relax. Arm should be nice and relaxed now. Just take the right arm and stretch it across the body. Hoping that you can tell this is now my right arm. And pulling down. And then taking the left arm across. So left arm Hidari 1. And pulling down. Right arm Migi 1. Okay, right hand, so Migi-te, just rotating, make a fist. Left hand, Hidari-te. Up and down, both hands. And relax. Relax the shoulders. Remember, we've been talking about this now for, believe it or not, we've been in this situation for 3 weeks. About relaxing the body when we do karate, and tensing only on point of impact as we need to when we kime. Okay, so right, us. Okay, hips round. Koshi, ich, ni, san, shi, go, and then the other way. Ich, ni, san, shi, and go. Okay, front stance. Just stretching the legs. So make this longer than you would normally. However, this is my front stance when I very first started training some time ago. And turn the other way, stretching again, pushing down. And back to the front, push up and then drop down. Drop the body down, keep the shoulders relaxed, and change. And relax. Okay, just feet twice shoulder width apart. Okay, and stretching up. Okay, and hands open. Left arm ich, right arm ni, left arm san, right arm shi, left arm go, rock, sich, hach, ko, ju. And relax. Okay, stretching down to the left knee. And over to the right knee. And down to the centre. Okay, just a little bit wider, don't go too wide. Be careful where you're training. Hopefully the floor has some grip, so not too wide, not too much too soon. Okay, so again, left knee and the right knee, and down to centre. Okay, put your palms on the floor, walking forwards, drop the hips down and look up. Drop the left hip in And drop the right hip in. And back walk through. Stretch back. Relax your knees. And again, stretch back. And slowly bring the feet in. From the hands to the feet. And slowly, slowly, slowly up. Straighten your back, over to your left. And over to the right. And behind. And hands back to the floor. And shake yourselves off. Straight your knees and obies. And ready. Awesome. Okay, so I'm watching you with about a 5 to 8 second delay. What I've got is a phone or video camera filming me, and then I'm also seeing myself live, as I think you are, on Facebook. So I hope this works a bit better this evening. You might find me too close, so I apologise if anything scary happens to your TV or phone or whatever method you're watching this on. But again, be careful of your surroundings, where you are, make sure you're safe. I spend half an hour trying to clear everybody out of the kitchen, including the dog, our new mascot, Holly, and just making sure that your training area is as safe as it can be. Remember, I'm working in about just over 1 metre squared. Okay, yeah, it's about 1 metre squared, and so just be mindful of that whenever we're training. Okay, so just to warm the body up, just keep the arms nice and relaxed. Okay, so left arm position straight. Remember, we're following this centre line all the time, this embusun, okay, and we're punching to that point. So if you can, let the shoulders just drop down, okay, and keep the elbows nice and relaxed and tucked in, not like this. As soon as we do this, our punch gets bastardised, the wrong word maybe, but it's the best word I can think of. So we're roundhouse punching, which is incorrect. We want a straight punch. Straight punch is chokazuki, just to warm the body up, ready for tonight's lesson. Okay, so ready. Hey, ayoi. And left arm up. Okay, so punching. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ro. Siege. Harch. Ku. Ju. Okay, again, a little bit faster. So try to squeeze, so not your shoulder, don't tense your shoulder, but your retracted arm, your higite arm, okay, higite arm, here, retract that compression here. So when we're bringing these in, rather than like this. So I think I've said before that I'm naturally round-shouldered, my posture is not always perfect, I tend to lean a little bit. So for me, it's about opening the chest cavity out, so bring the elbows back, but not the shoulders up, so we just drop the shoulders. The shoulders drop down, bring the arms back. And your punch will then stay truer, straighter, faster, better altogether. It takes a little while to do. Okay, so ready. Hey, ayoi. A little bit faster. So left arm out, chokazuki position. Okay, and punching strong, 10 punches, just medium speed. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, siege, ha, ku, haiju, hey, ayame, and breathe them out. Remember, as I said the other evening, but breathing is a very, very important part of karate. Not doing it this evening and haven't done it so far during the training, but Moksu meditation is where we start to learn how to breathe correctly. I showed you this the other day by breathing in through the nose, letting the air or the breath transfer around the body, down the spine, coming into the gut, into the hara here, and then breathing out through the mouth. So we're very much breathing in through the nose, circulating that air into the hara, holding it there where it's nice and warm and cosy, and then pushing out with our mouth. So we breathe out on impact, so as we punch. Okay, so a little bit faster. Okay, speedo. Try your best and don't pull any muscles too soon. Right? Okay, so again, position, make sure everything is correct, shoulder down, elbow tucked in. Okay, higher grades, a little bit of a hip twist. It's quite good to give a little bit of a connection to your punch. I remember learning this as a black belt, very, very difficult to understand how to use the hips correctly. It just takes a fair amount of time, it takes more relaxation than it does in tension. So you'll find naturally that it happens after a period of time. Okay, so punching 10 times fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And another 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hey, I'm ready. Okay, so hopefully that's warmed your body up a little bit in terms of the upper half. We're now going to just practice with the legs because our work tonight will have both elements, arms and legs this evening. So, Thursday's lesson will be probably predominantly around kicking again. So I did promise 4 kicks last Thursday. We only really managed to do 2 and I kind of chucked in the 3rd one. So I think really it might be good if we do the 2 extra kicks on Thursday. So we'll do Kekomigeri and Momoshigeri. Okay, so ready. So high Sukudachi, feet together stance. I'm going to come a bit closer. Let me just wait for this to catch up because you're behind me by about 8 seconds. Ah, that's good. So you can see my feet. Heels and toes together. My instructors will all tell you my absolute pet hate in the dojo. People who do this. Yeah, people who don't have stances as stances should be done. High Sukudachi, feet together. That means the heels and the toes are together. Not like this, not like that. Important together. I have met a couple of students who've had very big ankles, couldn't do it, but that's a physical thing. So be mindful of that. You do what you can do, but together is important. The attention to detail is what makes karate, okay, and separates it from other martial arts. And it's that attention to detail that we need to really focus on. So, Kyotsuke and High Sukudachi. Okay, so just warming up the lower part of the body, the legs. So we're going to bring the right knee up. Remember, we're transferring the leg upwards and not outwards. Okay, outwards affects our balance, big limb, loads of correction needed here to keep balance. So we bring the leg up. Okay, and we keep it as close to the centre of our gravity, our hara, as much as possible. We keep it that tight. And the reason for keeping it that tight is to keep our balance. Our baransu, or balance in English, is affected hugely by our limbs. These are big parts of the body that we're using in karate. We're throwing them as well with great velocity and power and speed. So it's important that we keep them as tight to the body as possible so we can remain having control on them as best as possible. So, High Sukudachi. Okay, I can't quite get whether I'm in the middle of the screen here or not, so I'm going to have a go. So just don't bend the knees, just relax the knees. So just take the weight out of the whole body. Let the centre of gravity, let your body drop as gravity intends it to. If you're of a certain age, gentlemen, this will happen anyway. Okay, so kicking Maigiri just the centre, nice and slow. So bringing the leg up, each, and bringing it back down. Try to remain balanced. Use your arms. Just hold against the side of your body. This helps you work really on the core. If you use your arms to balance as we do normally in kicking, you're not activating your core enough. So bring the left leg up, kick, and back down. Right leg up, kick, and back down. Left leg, and back down. Right leg, and back down. Left leg, and back down. Right leg, and back down. Left leg, down, right leg, and back down. I don't think that's not so easy to do to start with, but once you've got it, once you stop you're drawing everything into here, it is, and you understand that concept more than anything else, makes it much easier. Okay, so we go for 10 kicks, right, left, like so. So migi hidari, all the way through 10 kicks, 10. Just nice and slow speed. 1, 2, 3, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Okay, and again, try to keep into Haisukadachi. Okay, and ready. Os. Okay, so this time a little bit faster. Just keep the kicks chudan. There's no need to overkick and do this technique jodan. Maigeri is as effective, best, or is most effective chudan, without a doubt. People may disagree with me, and maybe as a 20-year-old I would have disagreed with myself, but certainly I think a Maigeri chudan is a stronger kick than a Maigeri jodan. Okay, so kicking Maigeri again, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, a little bit more power. Ich, ni, san, feet together. Shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, hey ju, hey and bow. Okay, so when we're kicking Maigeri on the spot, Sonoba Geri, okay, kick on its own is keri in Japanese, and kicking is geri. So we say Maigeri because it has front kick as opposed to keri. Keri just means kick, so this is front kick. My Kiyagi Geri would probably be front snap kick. Okay, Kiyagi Maigeri, whichever way you have to say it around. So we go for a little bit faster speed. Okay, so remember to just drop the centre of gravity down. Don't bend the knees, don't physically force your body down. Okay, just drop. And bring the leg up, get the knee up, and kick straight. Okay, so 10 times fast, speed on. And kiai number 10. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju, aya. Hey, and down. And your, hey, okay, excellent, good. Practice that on your own, or as we showed on Thursday, using an apparatus or something like a chair to help you with your baransu to balance, start with. But it's really much about connecting this part of your body, your hara. Okay, so your hara is here. So it's here, just below the knot of our belt. This is our stomach. But we tend to focus on this bit too much. But squeezing this whole area, if that makes sense. Okay, so just on about connections. My favourite other thing other than karate, Lego. So my connection between karate and Lego started some time ago, and I think it helped explains karate quite well. So this is our foundation brick. This is our first level of bricks. If we're going to build a house or a platform or a car or an aeroplane out of Lego, we are going to need a good, solid, strong base. This is a good, solid, strong base. Okay, it's nice and non-flexible, and this will sit down on the table or a sideboard, and it'll be perfect for our structure to be built upon. And that's our stance. That's our stance in Shotokan. So that's our basis. Whatever stance we're in, whether it's Shizuntai, okay, or if it's Suriachi Dachi, it doesn't matter. Our first layer of level bricks, our foundation to karate has to be good, has to be strong. Then from there, we take on our second layer, and we make sure that this connection point here is strong. So we don't just lay it on there so it moves around. We need to make sure that it's connected correctly. So we check. Now when we first start karate, constantly we look down our stances. We look to the floor too much. We need to stop doing that sooner rather than later. And we need to feel. Lego is the same. Lego, you can feel when it's connected. This is connected. This is strong now. Strong. Okay, so we have our second layer. So we have our basic first brick and our second brick now connected and making it strong. And then we can add in layers and we can make connections. But again, each connection must be as strong as the next one. So we have to build this connection, okay, and make sure it's strong. But don't stop looking down at your stance. Yeah, once your stance is good, trust your stance, feel it, feel the ground beneath you. That's why training on the beach is so good, because you'll really feel your stance as you move into the earth, and the sand moves between your toes. And I'm getting very Oh, I'm thinking of the beach now. Which is terrible. So we're making this connection, okay? So we've got our connection, and then finally we take our last piece. In this case, it's me, built with Lego, obviously, and we make sure that we are all connected. Everything in karate is connected. So tonight's lesson, we're going to do some combinations, which I hope you will enjoy, and not too difficult, not too hard, I don't think. So just take your time. Okay, so our first connection will be 3 punches, so 3 Uzuki techniques. Okay, so we're going to go Kizami-zuki, Gyarakunuchi, or Yurakunuzuki, and then Gyakuzuki. Okay, so if I show you just to slowly start from the beginning, so ready? Hey, ayoi. And step forward, get right. My ich. Okay, so as I said earlier, don't look at this. Feel. Where are you? Where is your stance? Does it feel good? Does it feel strong? Do you feel connected to the ground beneath you? Okay, once you're happy with that, then looking straight up. I tended to look down in my early years of karate quite a lot, as my sensei told me, off on a regular basis. So we need to try to work against that. So from this position here, we're just going to slowly come through Jodan Kizami-zuki, okay, or Jodan, sorry, Oizuki. It's really Jodan Oizuki. Okay, then from there, bring the hand back, Yurakunuchi, hey, and then Gyakuzuki. And that will be the combination that we do. So step back, check your stance, feel, don't look. Okay, Oizuki, Yurakunuchi, Gyakuzuki. Okay, so all of these techniques that we're using Seiken. Seiken is the 4 fists. So this is the main first 2 knuckles, okay, metacarpals, so metacarpal 2 and 3 on your hand, okay. So this is the area that we're using, okay, and not to use these. This area here, these are weak. I know this because I've broken my hand doing something very silly, and so this is not good karate. So good karate is the straight line down to the fists. Okay, so right, hey, yoi. And step forward, Gidan Barai Kamai. Ich. Okay, so just check that stance, look straight ahead, stay focused. Okay, make sure you're punching straight and true towards your own chin height. So ich. And that's your first punch, your Jodan Oizuki. Okay, then change into Yurakunuchi. And then Gyakuzuki. And we can do this stepping backwards. So we just change the arms. 1, 2, 3, and yummy. I hope that's coming across okay. I can't see myself because the delay is now probably 8 or 9 seconds. But I'm hoping that you're seeing that the first punch, is straight and true. Okay, so this is in line with our chin. The second punch, you just bring it back. Okay, and your back fist. So back fist is more this top part of the knuckle than it is the front part of the knuckle. So back fist here, okay? And then obviously the third and final punch is the trusty old Gyakuzuki, the best karate punch there is, in my opinion. We all have our favourites, don't we? And that is definitely mine. So, once more, right? Okay, anyway. Step forward, Giran Barai Kamai. Ich! Okay, so stepping forward, Oizuki slowly. Ich. Hey, Yurakunuchi ni. Hip back, Gyakuzuki. And stepping back. Ich. Ni. San. And back. And change the other side, so change legs, so right leg forward this time. Ich. Okay, so Oizuki. Ich. Yurakunuchi ni. San. And stepping back, ich, ni, san, and back. And yame, okay, so first technique. So from the hip, driving straight to your opponent's chin. Straight to your opponent's chin. So this technique, straight line, hip back at hand knee. hip back at hand meet for the punch that comes. So you keep straight here, then bring the hip back. Back fist here, then Gyakuzuki. Hope I'm explaining that correctly so you understand, more importantly. So hip, straight forward here, back fist, bring the hip back, Gyakuzuki, put the hip in. And I hope I'm not too close to the screen. I apologise. I'm getting used to this new way of hopefully sharing karate with you. Okay, so we're going to do this a few times. So bow, os. Again, musubarachi, right leg in. Okay, so right leg, migiashi. Okay, so right leg in, right leg out. The left leg is redundant in this case. Okay, we don't use the left leg. You see lots of people doing their feet apart. This is incorrect. So just right leg in, rei, bow, and yoi, right leg out. Okay, step forward, down, giran barai kamae. Ich, iya. Okay, so looking straight ahead, following our embusun, imaginary opponent. Remember we talked about this, or a partner the other day. Okay, so you might have me on your screen, so in which case you can use me as your partner. Me, myself, I have a delayed version of me by about 8 or 9 seconds now, so not so good, not so good. So whatever your focus is, look straight ahead, punch oizuki, ich. Okay, then ni, san. And stepping back, ich, ni, san. And change back to giran barai. Okay, so once more, ich, ni, san. And back, ich, ni, san. And change to giran barai. Okay, I'm going to turn and mawote and hopefully show you from the other way. So left leg forward, giran barai position. So hopefully you'll be able to follow behind to see how this technique works. So forward, oizuki, ich, yarakunuchi ni, Gyakuzuki san. Stepping back, change arms, ich, ni, san. Step, giran barai. Forwards, ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. Ich, ni, san. How you get me? How many? Okay, there is one element that I just wanted to bring up, and that is when we start doing combinations, we start to get excited. Karate becomes alive. One technique, although for me that's good enough. As soon as you start teaching people 2 techniques together, or 3, or a combination of 5, or even being something ridiculous like a combination of 21, such as a kata, then karate becomes alive, doesn't it? It's evolving constantly. And we become super excited by learning all those different things together. And I think certainly as a lower grade, I used to, when I got past red belt, orange belt stage, we started putting things together, blocking and punching. Oh my goodness, things started to get really super exciting. The biggest point is though, is that we then start to lose form, lose technique. So we do a good first punch because we want to show sensei that we're doing really well. So we do a strong oizuki, then we do a good strong Gyakuzuki. And that bit between, in other words, technique 2, is poor, is weak, and is not correct. Worse still, people, once they will make a good third technique. So in other words, the first 2 are a little bit pointless. When you do karate, if from white belt through to black belt, from black belt through to 10th dan, okay, if you ever get that far, the same rules apply. Every technique completed correctly. If you try to deviate from that, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Something loses out. The connection becomes weak. We get breakages. Oh, just pulled my arm off. That's probably not the best thing I could have done. But there you go. So we have these connections that we must keep connected. Okay. So we are focusing on 3 good punches. So if we rei, yoi, step forward, giran barai, ich, check that stance, punch 1, connection, good. 2, come back and bang, and 3, strong. So we're having this connection with every technique. So we're feeling it through our body, through our mind, through energy that we submit all the time. We're not being flicky. We're just waving our arms there, aren't we? Well, I certainly am. That's not what karate's about. Karate's about understanding why you're doing what you're doing. Oizuki is a strong punch, Yarakunuchi is a strong punch, and Gyakuzuki is a strong punch. All 3 of those will be capable of hurting your partner stroke opponent should you wish to do so. And as they should be strong. They should have that connection point to them. Okay, so last time then, we'll just do that combination and we'll move on to the second combination for this evening. So, step forward, get Ambarai Kamae, just going to do it once on either leg, okay, and then we'll rotate and do the opposite side, or facing the other way, sorry, more importantly. Right, hey, oi, step forward, get Ambarai Kamae, ich, hiya! Okay, so technique 1, ich, ni, san. And backwards, ich, hiya. Okay, jump stance, Tomodachi, so change legs. Try not to look at the floor. We've cleaned the floor today, so I don't need to look down. I know that it's perfectly clear. So we look straight ahead. So we're going 1 and 2. Make sure all 3, 1 strong, 2 strong, 3 strong, all 3 are strong. 8 what 8. So going backwards, hopefully you can see from this position here, looking forward then 1, 2, jump stance, 1, 2, and Wate turn, and Yame. Breathe in through nose, out through the mouth, and breathe. Okay, breathe in, and out, and 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 ready. Just by breathing like that, you can see how good oxygen is and how awesome it is, and it's free at the moment, so we must use it effectively as part of our connection. Connecting everything together, biomechanical body with the mind, with the soul, with everything that we do in karate, building that connection. Okay, so the next one then, we've done this before in the dojo, so hopefully you'll be able to do this. The key thing is to keep it slow, I think, to start with. The higher grades, we tend to have a lot of fun with this. And ultimately you will mess it up, but I think that's not important. What's important is understanding the connection between the techniques. So whether you get them in the right order is immaterial, okay? It's more about getting the techniques correct and building that connection between each technique and understanding why we're doing what we're doing. So again, to demonstrate nice and slowly, so make sure you have room. You are only going to take 1 step forward, so we're still using this meter square process, hopefully. So rei, os, hei oi, and step forward, gedan barai kamae. Ich, hiya. Okay, so stepping forwards just once. So coming forward, agiyuki, hips are hanmi, 45 degree, agyakuzuki, and hips engaged. So there's your connection. Then from here, sotoruki, and yakuzuki. And again, keep that connection point, ochiuki, hip back, and yakuzuki. Gidan barai, ich, and hip back, and shutoki, and shomunate, ayame. Right. Okay, so we're used to doing shomunate and shutoki, kukutsurachi, but you can do it in zenkutsudachi. There's no reason not to. So this is just about understanding the hip. Okay, so koshi, connecting the hip with the rest of the body. So making sure the head, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the hips, the legs, everything is connected so that our karate is strong. If we build it strong from that point, then it's always going to work for us. For myself, I think I'd say one of the most disappointing things for me as an examiner that sits the other side of the table, so in other words, this is a person that is grading people, is when I see karateka not employ what they do in the dojo in an examination. So in other words, if you're true to yourself and you know that your training is correct, or whatever combination you're doing all of the time, when you come to grading, it will be correct and correct. But if we aren't doing that on a regular, every single punch, every single block, every single kick, then we have this issue of when we come to stressful situations such as a grading or a competition, okay, or championships, we revert to type. And if our type isn't connected, our type is going to be weak. And if we have that weakness, we have those breakages. So we must make sure that if we start as a white belt and moving through to blue, red, orange, whatever colour belt system you're part of, okay, then it's important that you don't lose sight of that original white belt technique your sensei taught you. So you always bow correctly, you always yoi correctly, you always step gedanbarai correctly, strong. You don't, if you do that in the dojo, if you do that at home when you're practicing, you will do that when it comes to grading, and your grading will fall apart. So that's very disappointing for us as instructors and examiners, I think, because we want you to pass, and particularly when we go for Shodan. I think that's probably, for most people, for many people it's the pinnacle. It's really not. Basically what you've got, the first bit up to black belt is a walk to base camp on Everest, okay, which is a good few weeks. It's really boring. I have a friend who's done it. But basically you're just doing base camp, okay, and then you've got to do the next steps up to get to higher grades, black belts, etc. You're never going to get to base camp if your basics are poor. So again, another analogy: Lego, climbing, walking. Everything's linked together. Okay, so right, bow, hey and step forward, gedanbarai kamae, ich. Okay, so first of all then, agiyuki, upper rising block. So as we come through, block strong, hips at hanmi, nice strong gyakuzuki, hip square now, hip square. Soto uryuki, bring the arm up, and blocking ich, and punching knee. Ai uchi uki, underneath the arm, ich, ai knee. Hai gedanbarai, ich, and knee. Ai shuto uki, ich, knee. And stepping back. Yoi position, agiyuki, ich. So you just move back the once, and gyakuzuki ni. Soto uryuki, ich. Gyakuzuki ni. Uchi-uki, ich. Gyakuzuki ni. Gedanbarai, ich. Gyakuzuki ni. Shuto-uki, ich. Shonogute, kiai. Hayame. Anyway. Okay, so your body hopefully starting to warm up a little bit. My feet are still probably about -3 because the floor here is certainly not heated. It's very, very cold. But your upper body should be nice and relaxed now. So your hips. Okay, Wayne Sensei is more famous at the hips than I am. He shakes his hips just a little bit better than me. So we need to just keep these relaxed. So they're moving, the shoulders aren't moving, the ankles aren't moving, it's just the hips. And we just relax. And then the more you relax, the more you can move them. And this is coming from your sensei that didn't have any hips and couldn't use them. I do remember my sensei having a bit of a word with me, which is understandable, about my hips not working. And I explained that to him. I said, Sensei, it's because they're broken, they don't work. And those that know me well, know me for a long time, will know that I nearly quit karate actually because my hips hurt so much trying to force them to work. Basically what I had, and the reason they weren't working for me, was an imbalance in my stance more than anything else. That's where the root of the cause was for me. Okay, and as soon as I worked that out, and as soon as I worked out to relax the body, my hips became free. And you can see they move freely now and comfortably. Okay, so you should be able to have a little bit of fun with your belt, whacking your backside. Okay, so bow again, right? Os. Ayoi. Okay, we're going to rotate, so we're doing on my back to you, my apologies. I hope my hair still looks reasonably okay. So let's Ray. Os. Ayoi. And step forward, Girambarai Kamai. Ich. Okay, so step forward just the once only. So Agyuki Gyakuzuki. Ich. Ni. Sotoruki. Ich. Ni. Ochiuki. Ich. Ni. Girambarai. Ich. Gyakuzuki. Ni. Shutoki. Ich. And ni. And stepping back. Agyuki. Ich. And ni. 3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、やめい。And ready, os. Okay, I hope that's relatively easy to follow. Forwards and backwards, turning around as well. Hopefully that's better. If I can have some feedback on how this two camera system's working, I'll be really pleased to see if this is better for you than everything being back to front. So you are seeing my kitchen as it's supposed to. So to my right is the field. Well, actually there's a garden first and then the field. Okay, so that's a beautiful sunset this evening. And to my left is the kitchen table, which is made of oak. So I always make sure I stay nearer the outside. Wouldn't want to hit that table because it's pretty solid. So we'll do this once more, okay, so it's just that combination, Agi Uki, Gyakuzuki, Soto Uryuki, Gyakuzuki, Uchiuki, Gyakuzuki, Girambarai, Gyakuzuki, Shutoki, Gyashionmute. Okay, we could change that to Gyakuzuki, but I like to just keep that combination because it's fresh in the mind from our basics, from Hakkion, part of our syllabus. So whilst this isn't part of our syllabus, I like doing it. I think it's really good, particularly to focus around the hip area. And as I said before, we're all about building that connection. Building that connection so our karate not stays strong, but grows strong and stronger and stronger and stronger. Regardless of age. Age is immaterial in karate. Age is immaterial. Sensei Aragami, Sensei Matsuda, who I've trained with, I'm sure they're probably only a couple of years older than me, but both those sensei are very, very good and in terms of connecting their bodies. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about Akita Sensei because he's probably only about 30 years old and gets younger by the year, I'm sure of it. But if you notice the way that people who are maybe more mature in terms of karate are not any slower than the lower grades, and that's because their connections are better. So we might slow down physically in terms of our mind and maybe our body a little bit as we mature, in our 60s and 70s. Our karate can still be fast and on point, and many a sensei has proven that over the years. And I hope to be somewhere near that at some point in the future. We have to keep pushing, keep learning, getting better and better, etc, etc. Okay, so right, os. So back in position. Okay, everybody ready? Os. Ayoi. And step forward, Girambarai Kamai. Ich. Okay, so we go a little bit faster, but I think it's better to make the technique fast and not blur. So don't go. That would be rubbish. So please don't do that. Try to do your techniques like, oh, I've just watched myself back, that is shocking. Yeah, please don't do that, that would be awful. So do as I say, not necessarily as I just did. So we step back into this position, okay? So making sure our Agyuki, first technique, push down on that front knee so we're able to move forward without the front foot moving, okay? Don't look at it, just feel, step forwards, Agyuki strong. Bring that hip and hand knee here and strong. Then Soto Ryuki, ich, center line, remember I said before about this a couple of weeks ago, ni, and Uchiuki strong, ich, hai ni, hai Girambarai, ich, ni, Shutoki, ich, ni, step back. Ich. Strong, 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 strong. Yeah. Better to do it 1,000 times strong and correct than do it 100 times fast and not quite correct. Better to go slower, better to build karate from the basic blocks of Shotokan. Build up, build up, build up. My wife said to me the other day that she's not here this evening, she's taking Holly out for a walk, so we might be interrupted in a short while when the crazy dog comes back. But Debbie said to me, you get really out of breath when you do these sessions. And I said, yeah, I'm getting no room for breathing. I'm thinking of the camera, I'm thinking of the people behind, can they see, can they understand? And this is draining. I'm not kidding you. I'm absolutely pouring sweat, which is actually brilliant. And I thank you for being part of it because I thoroughly enjoy doing it. It's not anywhere near as cool as the interaction that I have with you in the dojos. I really, really don't. I really miss that. I miss connecting with people and seeing you improve. And I think that's the reason that we teach karate as instructors is seeing other people improve. I think that's a really big thing for me. I miss all the parents laughing at my very funny jokes, which is a regular thing, obviously. I wish that were true, but it's not. I miss the students' questions. I miss Harry's questions at Potton. I miss Simon's craziness at Sandy and Clifton. And I think, and I miss Rachel's stories at Gamlingay. Oh my goodness, I don't sleep as well now, Rachel, without your stories. So I really do miss those sorts of things. So this is hopefully some form of way of building or filling that gap in with karate in my kitchen. I'm not sure someone said to me you'll be teaching karate in your kitchen, celebrating your 30th year of the Sandy Dojo and 25th year of Potton, and your 50th year yourself. I don't think I would have believed them. But this is the crazy place that we're in at the moment, and I just want you to stay well and hopefully stay interested in karate. Okay, right, us. So we move back, we do this again. Bow. Yoi. Okay, step forward, get ambarai, kamai, ich. Okay, so technique one. Now we'll make this into combinations. Block punch, 1, block punch, 2, block punch, 3, block punch, 4, block punch, 5. So we're building connection points, okay? So make sure your stance is good, don't look at it, just feel the floor, make sure you're happy, you should be in handy at the moment. Okay, so stepping forward, block and punch. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and step back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ayame. And right, us. Again, I'll rotate, turn that round, so hopefully you can follow me. And right, us. Hey, oi. Step forward, left leg, get under eye, ich. And step forward, agyuki, ich. Ni, san, shi, go. And stepping back, ich. Ni, san, shi, go. And yame. More take turn. And me. Anyway. Okay, breathe. So I hope those combinations just work with your mind and body and enable you to practice a little bit of karate whilst not being in the dojo. So remember, combination number 1 was Jodan Oizuki, your Rakunuchi. Then bring the shoulder up when you're punching your raken, and Gyakuzuki. So Oizuki, your Rakunuchi, Gyakuzuki. And then technique 2, more complicated, 10 techniques. Agyuki, Gyakuzuki. Sotoruki, Gyakuzuki. Ochiuki, Gyakuzuki. Girambarai, Gyakuzuki. Shutoki, Shonute, Hya! And that's our combinations. Now, if like me, you really struggle with combinations, 3 I think is okay. 10 is complicated. 10 is difficult. So make it easy. Okay, 5 times 2. 5 times 2. 5 combinations. Don't think of 10 techniques. Break it down as much as you can. Also, it builds into what would be a timing count. Reality, block and punch. Block and punch. Very similar to kata. Okay, where we have block and punch. So we're kind of putting some reality into it, some almost like kumite element aspects into our kion. Remember the triangle of karate? Okay, kion, kata, kumite. Put a pin or a pencil or a compass in the middle, okay, and spin, and you've suddenly got the circle of karate. And it's an ever-revolving circle that continually goes round, okay, and we're trying to continue that circle by working on those 3 elements, not making it a triangle where we're just good at one point, okay, and we're like this. We're trying to spin it so that it all joins in together. Kion links with kata, kata links with kumite, kumite links with kata, kata with kion, kion with kata, kumite. It's all together. So hopefully you understand that point that I'm making. So I think tonight's lesson, that will probably be enough. Okay, I hope for you. We'll do it once full speed. Okay, both techniques, just again, so you can get a quick idea of it, and then we'll finish the lesson at that point with the dojo kun. Okay. Okay, so technique number 1, step forward, Girambarai. Ich, iya. Okay, so Oizuki, Jodan, Yorakunuchi, ya, Gyakuzuki. Oizuki, Yoraku, ya, Gyakuzuki. And Girambarai, Kemai, say technique 2. Iya, 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 iya. And ready. Hope that comes across reasonably well. Please do let me know about the new system, whether it's better doing it this way and you are now seeing me correctly, if that makes sense. I hope that's as if I'm in front of you as opposed to being mirrored last week. So you should be able to see, hopefully you can read this the correct way. Okay, it should be back to front this week. So if I'm looking in my mirror and thinking it should be incorrect, no, that's good, this works, good. Okay, so feedback would be really good and really helpful if you could let me know if that all is working for you. It is problematic for me, I'm not going to lie, I've struggled with this evening because the problem with live stuff is you can't change it. So I'd love to be able to edit this and show you the very best techniques and me not making any mistakes or anything like that. But remember, mistakes are learning, and learning is part of the course and part of the way. And don't be ashamed of it, don't be afraid of it, it doesn't matter what level you are, doesn't matter what grade you are. We're all learning. We're all students of karate, and none of us know how to do it correctly 100% of the time. And that's the fascination, I think, for me, is trying to understand that. Okay, we'll do the dojo kun to finish. So please rate us. Ayoi. Dojo kun. Hitotsu junkan koukansei ni soremoto koto. Hitotsu makato no michi o momoru koto. Hitotsu doryoko no seishin yashina o koto. Hitotsu regio o monjuru o koto. Hitotsu keki no yo imashimuru koto. and you relax. Anyway. So domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much for joining me again in the kitchen. Look forward to hopefully seeing some of you back again on Thursday, or if you're watching this afterwards. I've now switched on a upload in HD, which makes me hope that it comes across a bit better. I'm trying to find ways of saving this so we can put it on our YouTube channel so it's there permanently. That's really difficult, trust me, I've been trying, but I'm going to try a new method this evening. So we'll try that, and hopefully I've got you a bit warm this evening. A couple of people who've had a good workout, which is great. So I'm glad. I'm very, very warm. I feel like I've lost a few pounds, and I think that the lovely fish cake that I had just before the lesson has gone down beautifully. So please, last of all, look after yourselves, stay safe, and give our love to your families. The Scoot clan are wishing you all very well, and I'm sorry there's no Holly this evening. Obviously she's enjoying our walk this evening and sniffs, but I'm sure she'll make an appearance again in a short time. I'm sorry if I'm not acknowledging people as much as previously. It's on my screen when watching it, it just disappears very quickly, and so if I move forward to read it, it's generally gone. So that may be one thing that's not quite as easy. But be well, stay safe, and see you again very soon, I hope, in the dojo. Us. Hey, jimatane, see you later. Us, good night, us, konbanwa, us. Us.